These bags are filled with gold. After you take them to the ball mill, we put them in these bags, and then they're just waiting to get processed now.
These bags are filled with gold. That is the son of Christian Malanga, the man who organized the failed coup d'etat in Congo. Yes, that is his son. And I'm going to show you the full video, and then you're going to see what the kind of activities that this young man was doing in Congo. And then you're going to see how gangster life he was living in America. And this guy was living life to the fullest, and I don't know why his dad decided to involve him in this operation. Today, as we all know, the dad has been unalive, and this guy has been captured. The dad has shortened his life, you know. So I thank you very much for coming around anyway. Please, before we show you the full video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, One Africa Mission, and also follow us on Facebook, One Africa Mission, on TikTok, One Africa Mission. We are missionaries. We are a group of young Africans, and our mission is all about the unification of the African continent and the dignity of the African race. Our mission is also to undo the damage that King Leopold and his European colonial criminal missionaries did to our people in Africa, specifically Congo. Our mission is also part of it, to undo that damage that they did to us, because everything that is happening to us as African people, and especially Congo, is because of what King Leopold and his missionary did to us. Our people don't even know about that. What can we do to evangelize, to preach the gospel of Africanness and the gospel of African unity and African dignity to our people? What can we do to undo the damage that King Leopold and his missionary did to us? It is up to me and you. It is our duty to get into evangelism. That is why we are here here in One Africa Mission. Our mission is all about evangelizing the message of unity and the message of Africanness to our people. Support our mission. You can only support us, as I said, by helping us take our YouTube channel to 10K subscribers, and also follow us on Facebook. Those of you who have already done that, we really appreciate your comments. Your comments are really, really important. It's really helping us to be able to prepare our next move and videos. We appreciate those of you who have been supporting us, and for those of you who haven't really got time out of your busy schedules, we plead with you to do that. Subscribe, share what we are doing if you appreciate it, and if you want a better Africa, not just for us but for the next generation of Africans. I will say it and I will continue to repeat it. We must continue until we chase Satan out of Africa and be able to build a better Africa for the next generation of Africans. For our children to live a better life, a dignified life, we have to take the bold decision today to fight for a united, better Africa. And together, me and you can do it. Let us get to work and do that. So let me show you the full video of Christian Malenga's son, and then you're gonna see what he was doing in Congo before his dad decided to organize that incompetent failed coup in Congo. Let us watch the full video.
Oh yeah! The bush vlog, you know, we open the bush showing off the gold mine.
You can see the red.
Right now we're just driving to the site. So this is the site. There's the generator. That green thing is just a generator. Right here is the tumbling machine that we use to break down all the rocks and stuff. And it goes on here. These bags are filled with gold. After you take them to the ball mill, we put them in these bags, and then they're just waiting to get processed now.
You say, so yes, as you can see, that was the young man. He was in Congo with his friends, his white friends, doing what they call in West Africa galamsey. They own their own mines, and as you can see on that video, he's boasting that these bags are full of gold. Yeah, so he has been there doing activities, gold mining, and they were not satisfied. They wanted more. And you can imagine if this young man and his dad has succeeded. They have succeeded in overthrowing the government of Congo and taking power, grabbing power. They would have taken Congo back to the days of the dark days of the man who unalive Patrice Lumumba. What's his name? Mobutu. They would have taken Congo back to dark days. But the silent crying of our mothers, the silent crying of our children who have been going through a lot wouldn't allow anybody to take us back into our dark days as Congolese people. The silent crying, the suffering of the Congolese people will not allow nobody again to take us back into our dark days. Yes, if the coup d'etat was a sincere one, if the coup d'etat was for the good of Congo, it would have succeeded. But it tells you that the president of Congo is doing what is necessary for the children of Congo, because Africa today is at the crossroad. Africa today is at the crossroad, and nobody cannot stop Africa from getting to where she's supposed to go. Nobody. No America or no NATO or no Western European colonial criminal. Nobody cannot stop us from getting to where we are. So, to those who think that they can still do what they were doing in the 60s, your days are numbered. And that is exactly what happened in Congo. As we said, we are not against coup d'etats. If the coup d'etat is for the good of Africa, we want it. But if it is for the good of the Western colonial criminals, then the God of Africa, we call on you to strike anybody who wants to stand our way to get into the promised land that we deserve as children of Africa. Yes, so the boy, as I said, he was living life, good life. Look at, check him out. Another.
Fucking hate it when you hear my name. I feel the same when you hear this, you gon' feel the pain. And only tell me how your love runs true, and how I can always count on you. Dollars and all cash in this trash bag. Young fresh fuck, wipe me down like boost.
So that's the man. That's the young man. He was living his gangster life, chilling. But his dad organized the most incompetent coup d'etat that I've ever seen. How do you organize a coup d'etat and take your own son, your only son, your first son, to that operation? What if it fails, like it failed? What happened? Then your generation, your entire generation is gone. But yes, these people were not thinking about the suffering Congolese. These people were thinking about their masters, their puppet masters, those who sent them. Because one of them, the so-called white guy, the European guy who was captured, according to what they are saying, is Department of State in America. He worked for the Department of State, allegedly, he worked for the Department of State. So we cannot count out the usual suspect on this particular failed, incompetent coup d'etat. Yes, but this is a warning to the president of Congo. I've said it in my previous video, and I'll repeat it again. Mr. President, if you want to secure the borders of Congo, then get into partnership with Russia. It is only the Russians. Look, there have been 9 assassinated attempts on the life of Captain Ibrahim Traore because the man is standing for his people. What is wrong with these Western colonial criminals? Why can't an African work for his people? Why? So, Mr. President, if you really sincerely want to work for to bring peace to Congo, if you really want to work for the interests of Congo, then you must get into partnership with Russia, because this is just the beginning. This coup was the same thing that they did in Haiti. It was the same thing they wanted to do it to you. We're just gonna wake up and then we hear that foreign mercenaries in collaboration with Congolese people assassinate the president of Congo, and those who send them to come and do that, and I'm talking about the Western colonial criminals. You see them talking, their ambassadors and stuff like that, talking about, oh, okay, we need to return back to democratic, blah, blah, blah. They will just do that, and they know that they send them to come and do that thing. They wanted to do the same thing to you as they did in Haiti, but the gods of Congo, the God of Congo stood by you, and then you have to take decisive decisions If you really want to secure the borders of Congo, get into partnership with Russia. Forget about this UN, whatever. Forget about them. The UN is never there to help Africa. The UN was not made for Africa, for the good of Africa. Never. So if you want a better Congo, if you want a secure Congo, then you must get into partnership with Russia. The Chinese sometimes have a little bit doubt about them, their sincerity. But for the Russians, you can count on them at any given time. At any time, you can count on them. Just as they are helping the Sahel region to bring peace, at least there's a level of stability in the Sahel. We can also do it in Congo, Mr. President. So get into partnership with the Russians and forget about the Americans and the Europeans. They will never help bring peace to Congo. Never. And as I said, the same Congo have the same history with Haiti. And the same thing that happened in Haiti, that was what they wanted to do in Congo. And then, Mr. President, as we said, up your game. And do not let these people disrupt you from bringing peace to Congo. I thank you very much for coming around. I am your missionary brother, Brother Dobia Anzanse. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Support us. Let us all together fight for a united, better Africa. Together, me and you can do it. Viva Congo. Viva Africa.